If you know anything about filmmaking or photography, you'll know that nothing is cheap, especially not one of these. Well, if you're looking for quality. But I think I may have found something right in the middle of quality and price. Now, before I get into this review, I just want to let you know that this is not a sponsored video. Well, I mean, obviously, I only have 37 subscribers right now, but that's not the point. The point is that this is an honest review. This is honestly how I feel about this bag. I've been using it for about 6 months, and that's what you want, don't you? An honest review. So without further ado, let's get into the review. Oh, and if you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Charles. I'm a freelance videographer. On this channel, we talk about filmmaking topics and self-improvement as a creator. So if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe and return next week for more videos like these. Jumping straight into the video, I'm going to go over some pros that I think are good about the bag and some cons, the not so good things about this bag. Now, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see my face for the majority of this video, so if you're absolutely dying to see my face, click one of the links that's going to show up now to one of my other videos, and you can have a look at one of my other videos later on. So jumping into the first pro of this video, as you can see, opening up the main compartment of the bag, it's quite spacious. There's more than enough space for one camera, more than one lens, your charging cables, your batteries, your SD cards, your hard disk drives, everything that you'll probably need to carry with you, probably the most valuable things that you need to carry with you when you're going out shooting. Now, there's probably more space than you need if you're just going on a small shoot, maybe perhaps in your city center, but if you're traveling long distances, say you're going abroad, this is a great bag to have as it has so much space to carry all the equipment that you're going to need for going on that trip. Now, as a matter of fact, this bag is so spacious that I can't actually fill it up with the equipment that I have. But obviously, if you're a person that has loads of equipment, this bag has enough real estate to fill up with the equipment that you have, especially if you're going long distance traveling. Now, jumping straight into the second pro of this bag, as you can see, the bag is quite modular with these little dividers that can be reconfigured to suit the equipment that you have. Now, it's these little cushioned little dividers with Velcro, and the Velcro sticks to the other dividers, and you can reconfigure that space to suit the equipment that you have, like I said just a minute ago. So if you're carrying more than one camera, you reconfigure this for carrying more than one camera. If you only have one camera but you have loads of lens, you do whatever you need to do to accommodate those things. So I think that's pretty useful. Obviously, a lot of camera bags have this kind of design, but it's a feature of the bag and it's quite useful, so it's worth mentioning. So moving away from the main compartment of the bag, we're going to get into our third pro. And as you know, carrying around a large camera bag of equipment can get quite strenuous on the back, especially as the equipment isn't lightweight. I mean, when you add up some cameras, some lenses, cables, hard disk drives, and your laptop, books, and all the rest of the things that you carry when you're going out on a shoot or you're going to a gig, it can get quite heavy and it can get quite straining on your back, especially if you're wearing the bag for hours on end. So the fact that this bag has some waist straps, has a waist strap to go around your waist, and it has a chest strap or a midsection strap to go around your midsection and your chest, it supports your back and your shoulders quite well. Now, without this, it would be quite tiring to carry this bag around, especially as it's quite a large bag. So imagine you had the bag at full capacity, and without these things, you would suffer quite a bit. Well, in my opinion, I've not used these straps before and I've suffered quite a bit, especially with that amount of weight on my back. So the fact that the company Bagsmart is looking out for your health and well-being, as well as giving you that real estate in the bag, is quite a good feature of the bag to know. Moving swiftly on to the next pro, this bag has quite good security, and what I mean by good security, the bag has pockets closest to your back. Now, I don't know if it's common sense. For me, it's common sense. I would keep the most valuable things in this pocket. So if you've got your mobile phone or your wallet and you're traveling, keep it in this pocket that's closest to your back. That way, nobody can reach in there and take your valuables like your wallet, your Oyster card, your bus pass, whatever you have, your passport. Keep it in the back here where it's safe, it's facing your back. Nobody can just reach in, unlike this pocket here, and steal the things from that pocket. Obviously, you're not going to put your most valuable items in the front here. So got this nice pocket at the back to keep all your valuables safe and secure in there. Now, I think I'll mention as well that the zip for the main compartment is quite close to your back. So again, it's not very easy for someone to just reach into the main compartment, where, by the way, most of your valuable equipment is going to be located. It's not going to be easy for someone to just unzip and steal your things. Not to mention the big, what shall I call this? Visor, the big screen inside here. Nobody's going to be able to just go in there and grab the equipment. Plus, you know, if you open your bag up in a weird way, it keeps your things from falling out. Also, that brings you into the next thing. The bag also comes with these stretchy strap things. Again, they've got Velcro on them. So again, if you have lenses in there, you can keep it nice and secure in there with these little straps. So when it comes to security, this bag does offer a lot, and it comes quite in handy, especially when you've got to open up your bag in public. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is the fact that this bag has a heck of a lot of space. Sorry, a heck of a lot of compartments. Now, I'm not going to get into every compartment and count them. You can have a look at the website. I'll have the link in the description below, so you can have a look at how much utility space this bag actually has. But I'll just give you a quick glance at the compartments. I mean, this bag has a compartment for absolutely everything that you might need as a filmmaker or photographer. I mean, this bag even has pockets within pockets. Not to mention that you've got space for your laptop. I mean, it's almost ridiculous how much pockets this bag has. So it can come quite in handy, especially if you're carrying around a lot of equipment, a lot of different types of equipment, books, anything that you could possibly fit in a bag. This bag has the space for all that you have. Now, moving on to the cons of this bag, the not so good things, the things that tick my timer, whatever you want to call it. The bad things. Okay, first thing, this bag is not weather sealed. Don't get me wrong, it is water resistant up to a certain amount of rain, but it's not weather sealed. So if it's really pouring down with rain, the stuff inside here is going to get wet. Without a doubt, the things are going to get wet. Now, I will mention the fact that it does have a rain cover, which is good and all. Yes, the rain cover is weather sealed technically, but let's put it this way. If you're out walking on a shoot, if you're just walking around city center and all of a sudden it starts raining, heavily with rain, you're gonna have to take your bag off. Potentially you might have your camera in your hand, and you have to put your camera away. Not only do you have to put your camera away, but you have to then put the rain cover on, which takes a bit of time. By that time, your stuff might already be wet. Now, it might sound like I'm exaggerating, but when you're shooting, convenience is key. So that would be nice to have from a bag like this, to have it fully waterproof, to keep your stuff nice and dry in the event of some torrential rain. This next con, I don't know if it's just a design fault with this bag, but sometimes this zipper tends to get stuck. Now, obviously, with the rule of chance, with the law of chance, it's not going to get stuck on this occasion. But there's been occasions where I've been outside shooting and I've needed to get into this compartment, and the zipper has been stuck in this position, and it's taken me quite a while. I have had to struggle to get this open. Now, like I said, that might just be a design flaw. I might have gotten a dud, and it just happens every now and again. So not really a big deal, but the fact that it's there and it happens can be quite frustrating, and it's just one of those things that you'd rather not have in a bag that you want to work all the time. Okay, but at this point you're probably thinking the cons that I'm getting into are probably not things that are major things. But you know, this bag is so good that I have to pick on something. I told you this is going to be an honest review, so here we go. The zippers. It's noisy. For me, that's annoying. I mean, yes, the zippers do have quite a nice metal black finish, but there could have been some sort of cover, some sort of sleeve on there to keep them from making all that noise. Now, when I'm walking around, it makes all that noise. Might not be a big deal for you. It does get quite annoying for me, especially after a long day of shooting. Hearing this all the time is quite frustrating. So, like I said, not a big deal. Doesn't interfere with the functionality of the bag. The bag still works. That's just a personal preference. That's just something that annoys me personally. good to mention. Now, this last con is actually something that you might want to take into consideration, especially when buying a bag like this. Now, the first thing you notice when you pick up this bag is that it's quite heavy. Now, that's understandable considering that it has so much space and has so much compartments, and it comes with so much just as the bag. And I think on the website it said it weighs 2.2 kilos. So for those of you who work in pounds or who know measurements of units of weight in pounds, that's 4.8 pounds, basically 5 pounds of weight just with the bag alone. With nothing inside of it, it weighs 5 pounds. Now, that might not sound like a lot on its own, but when you add the fact that you've got camera equipment, you've got a whole host of things inside this bag, especially with the amount of space that it offers. 5 pounds is a lot of weight to add to your back, but you trade off that weight with the added fact that you have all this space. I keep saying it has all this space because that's one of the main features that make this bag so good for its price. So all in all, the final verdict is that this bag is a pretty good bag for the price that it is. If you're interested in this bag, I'm gonna have a link in the description to the main website, which is Bagsmart, and an Amazon link if you're interested in that also. But like I said, it's a pretty good bag, and if you're looking to get a bag that's affordable, yet that offers a lot like space and security, especially if you're starting out as a new filmmaker or photographer, this is a bag that's definitely gonna have to be on your wish list. So pick yourself up one of these bad boys. I do recommend it. Like I said, I've been using it for about 6 or 7 months, and it served me well. I've had not many issues with it, just small minor things along the way that annoys me personally. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say in this video. Now, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. If you're not, be sure to subscribe if you like videos like these. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this channel is all about filmmaking, and we discuss filmmaking topics and self-improvement as a creator. So if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe and tune in every week for videos like these. I'm pretty sure I'm repeating myself. Share this video with people that you feel will find value in this video, and do feel free to leave a like and a comment with your thoughts. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is contact.charlesleo@gmail.com, and I'll see you next week. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to follow me at the Charles Leo on Instagram. See you next week.